Hi, my name is John Matson, and I'm the Director of Athletics at Nosset Regional High School. Thank you for joining us for the 2020 Winter Sports Preseason meeting. We find ourselves in very challenging times this year, but I'm really excited for the opportunities that lie ahead for our winter student athletes. We just completed our Fall 1 season last month, and I must say that things went extremely well. After months of planning, with things changing week to week, we once again have a plan in place to hold a winter season here at Nosset. As always, our goal is to provide a fun and competitive experience for our student athletes, with the health and safety of all remaining as our top priority. I thank you for your patience, flexibility, and support as we continue to navigate our way through this process during this school year. We will cover many important topics here tonight, many of which are new due to COVID-19. At the end of tonight's meeting, please do not hesitate to reach out with any questions you may have. Thank you. As I stated, we have many important topics to cover here tonight. We will discuss the new layout of the athletic seasons for the coming school year. We will get some updates and information from the Nosset Warriors Booster Club. We will discuss several athletic department policies, many of which are new. We will talk about the chain of command and roles within the athletic department. We'll highlight our athletic website, and we will get updated information from our athletic trainer, including new safety protocols and procedures. This year looks very different from an athletic standpoint. As you may already know, this past fall season was delayed from late August to mid-September and was split into 2 seasons. The state created a 4th wedge season called Fall 2 for the sports that were not approved to compete this fall. Soccer, field hockey, cross country, and boys golf competed during the traditional fall season, and things went extremely well. The Fall 2 season starts on Monday, February 22nd, and will finish no later than Sunday, April 25th. Indoor track was moved from the winter season to the Fall 2 season. Football, cheerleading, and volleyball will also compete during this Fall 2 season. The hope is that the restrictions will be lessened by this time so these sports can compete. Our winter season starts on Monday, December 14th, and will finish by Sunday, February 21st. The state approved girls and boys basketball, girls and boys ice hockey, and girls and boys swimming and diving to compete this winter. Indoor track was moved to the Fall 2 season, while wrestling was moved to the spring season. Our spring season will run from Monday, April 26th to Saturday, July 3rd. Our spring sports include girls and boys lacrosse, girls and boys tennis, track and field, baseball, softball, unified track and field, sailing, and girls golf. Wrestling will also compete this spring, as I mentioned earlier. Overall, this gives us a total of 4 seasons this school year. Student athletes are allowed to compete in all 4 seasons if they desire. I will certainly keep everyone posted if things change as we progress through this school year. Now that we understand the updated layout of the 4 athletic seasons and which sports will run during the winter season, our winter head coaches and JV coaches will introduce themselves to you now.
Hi, I'm John Piemontese, and I'm the head girls basketball coach at Nosset Regional High School.
My name is Jean Layton, and I'm the JV girls basketball coach here at Nosset Regional High School.
Hello everyone, my name is John McCarthy. I am the head boys basketball coach for Nosset High School, and I look forward to the upcoming season and coaching all of your young boys. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ryan Cullinan. I'm the JV basketball coach here at Nosset High School.
Hi, I'm Addie Weeks, and I'm the girls varsity ice hockey coach at Nosset Regional High School.
Good afternoon. My name is Drew Locke. I am the head coach of the boys ice hockey program at the Nosset Regional High School. Thank you.
My name is Jake Picard, JV head coach for the boys Nosset Regional High School hockey team.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Stevens, and I am the head girls and boys swim coach at Nosset Regional High School.
Hi, I'm Bruce Strunk. I am the head strength and conditioning coach here at Nosset Regional High School.
Although this season will look different, as we can only offer varsity and JV levels with limited roster sizes, we are determined to make this winter season a great experience for all of our kids. All of our coaches are working extremely hard to prepare themselves for our first day next Monday, and I'd like to thank all of them for everything they do, especially this season, which presents a variety of challenges for everyone. In order for us to overcome these challenges and have a successful season, we all need to be doing our part. I'd like to discuss the procedures that our student athletes need to follow once we get started next Monday. This includes what they should do prior to coming to campus, what they need to do while they're on campus, and what they do when it's time to leave campus. Prior to coming to campus, student athletes are required to submit a daily self-health screen. Each morning, student athletes will receive a Google form sent directly to their school email at 9 a.m. This form must be completed each day in order to participate in athletics. If a student athlete is showing any signs or symptoms of COVID-19, they should report this to our athletic trainer, Michelle Pavlow, and stay home that day. In addition, prior to coming to campus, student athletes should be dressed and prepared for their practice or competition. They should bring their own athletic bag, and we recommend that they pack multiple face masks, multiple water bottles, hand sanitizer, and any equipment they may need. These items should never be shared with anyone else. Please make sure you know where your team is practicing so you know exactly where to go once you arrive on campus. Upon arrival, student athletes should be wearing a face mask and go directly to their team's location. Coaches will take team attendance daily, which will be tracked and submitted electronically. If a student athlete arrives and has not completed their daily health screen, they will not be allowed to participate. Each team will have a medical kit, hand sanitizer, and disinfectant for all shared equipment. Please note that there will be no access to our locker rooms. However, we will have portable toilets and hand washing stations available for use on site. It is expected that student athletes utilize these facilities, wash their hands, wear their face masks, and maintain social distancing at all times. Once your team has finished activities for the day, you should remain with your team until your transportation arrives. Students who drive themselves should leave campus immediately. It is important that student athletes continue to wear face masks and maintain social distancing while they wait for their transportation to arrive. Teams should not be mixing with each other as we are trying to keep teams apart and spaced out. Coaches will be supervising until all of their student athletes have left campus for the day. During the winter season, we will have a very strict spectator policy here at Nosset. We will only allow 2 guests for each Nosset player on the team. Visiting teams will not be allowed to have guests or spectators. For example, each player on our basketball team will receive 2 game passes to give to their parents or family. In order to attend the game, the 2 guests must present their game pass at the door. No one else will be allowed to enter the facility unless they are required school and game personnel. Please note that everyone must wear a mask and maintain social distancing of at least 6 feet apart from others at all times. Willie's Gym and Charles Moore Arena will also have strict spectator policies, which will be announced very soon. We appreciate your understanding with these policies as we must do everything we can to keep everyone safe in our facilities. At this time, I would like to switch gears and introduce our new president of the Nosset Warriors Booster Club, Lisa Still.
Good evening, Nosset families and athletes. I'm Lisa Still, president of the Nosset Warrior Booster Club, and I, along with the rest of our executive board, Ariel Leonard, Melanie O'Keefe, and Michelle Uter, our board of directors and members, want to wish you good luck for a successful winter season. Things are certainly different. Face masks at all times, no jump balls, no halftime, no good game handshakes or high fives, no group cheering. Sounds like a lot of things we can't do. But we know Nosset athletes have a competitive spirit and a resiliency beyond compare. This is just another challenge, another hill to climb, and one we know you can overcome with hard work and support. And you have that support in your families, your coaches, the administration, and your teammates. And you have the support of the Nosset Warrior Booster Club. I'd like to just take a minute to tell you a little bit about the Booster Club. We are an organization of dedicated and hardworking parents and supporters who work together with the Nosset community to support all student athletes. What do? We sell Nosset cards, we run the concession stands, we sell gear, we hold virtual auctions, we raise money. And where does that money go? To the turf field, the new sound system, the netting on each side of the field, to the coaches for seminars and trainings, to the teams for equipment and trainings that are not in the school budget, to the Bohannon Scholarship, to the jackets and awards given out, all paid for with private donations and fundraisers. So my motto is many hands make light work. So here's my pitch to the families and parents watching tonight. Just like our athletes can't do it alone, neither can the Nosset Warrior Booster Club. So please join us. We meet on the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. via Zoom to talk about what the athletes and coaches need and how we can help them. Our next meeting is on January 4th. Check out our website, www.nossetboosters.com, and see what we're all about. Check out our gear. Holidays are coming. Great stocking stuffers, by the way. Become a member. Help us to help our student athletes. And athletes, here's to a great season, and keep that Nosset spirit. Go Warriors!
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you to all the members and supporters of the Nosset Warriors Booster Club. I encourage everyone watching here tonight to reach out and get involved. We are always looking for volunteers for various projects throughout the school year, and this is an excellent group to get involved with. They do so much work behind the scenes for our student athletes and teams. For example, they funded face masks for all of our fall athletes and just agreed last week to do the same for our winter athletes. This is just one example of the great work they do and the support they provide for our kids. Now, if you're interested, the boosters currently have Nosset cards, gear, and masks all available for sale. These make great holiday gifts and can be purchased on www.nossetboosters.com. Another great way to support the boosters is by buying an annual membership. We are so fortunate here at Nosset, as we are one of the few schools left on the Cape with no participation fees. Purchasing a Booster Club membership is a great way to support the Nosset Athletics program, and it allows the boosters continue to fund all of our awards nights, scholarships, equipment, and other special projects. The boosters are clearly a critical member of our athletics program, and in a moment here we will learn more about other members of our athletics program and what their roles are, but certainly the boosters play a vital part in our overall success, so your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. There are several members of an athletics program, and it is important that everyone fully understands their roles. The members I would like to discuss today are athletes, who are the primary focus of the program, coaches, who implement the program, officials, who administer the contests, and parents, who are the supporters of the program. Issues can occur when one member tries to assume the role of another member. Student athletes are the most important part of the program. They are expected to demonstrate good sportsmanship, both on and off the field, and maintain a positive attitude while building relationships with their teammates. It is critical that athletes understand that academics always come first, and athletics are a privilege that must be earned. If issues arise during a season, athletes should communicate with their coaches and teachers so the problem can be resolved. Our goal is to give our student athletes a great experience here at Nosset, and their role is a huge part of that. Our coaches are a vital part of the athletic program. They too are expected to show good sportsmanship, leadership, and character. They will give constructive feedback to players each day and challenge them to get better. Coaches will establish roles for each player and create a positive environment that promotes open communication, which ultimately will lead to the team's success. Our parents are also a very important part of the athletic program. Our parents are expected to show support for all of our student athletes and teams. They should always treat our officials with respect, as they will make mistakes, just like our coaches and student athletes. If issues do arise, it is important to communicate those issues with the appropriate people in a timely fashion. Overall, we want our parents to enjoy the games and cheer on their sons or daughters and their teams each year. Now that we have reviewed the roles of our athletic department members, I'd like to review the chain of command that we expect everyone to follow. If there is an issue, we want our student athletes to advocate for themselves and meet with their coach. If that does not resolve the issue, then the student athlete, coach, and parent should set up a time to meet. If the issue still remains unresolved, the athletic director would then get involved, and as a last resort, the principal. As long as we all follow this chain of command and communicate early and often, most issues will be resolved very quickly. Over the course of any season, there are certain issues that are not appropriate to discuss with the coaches. These include playing time, team strategy, play calling, or other student athletes. If your son or daughter is not sure why they aren't getting more playing time, they should talk to their coach and ask what they need to do to improve. If other issues arise, it is important that our student athletes and parents follow the chain of command that we just discussed in order to solve the issue. Our coaches have a very difficult job and they have to make several difficult decisions. I ask that everyone respect those decisions and encourage their sons and daughters to advocate for themselves. We now turn our attention to some important athletic policies and procedures, including athlete attendance and transportation. As I stated earlier, athletics are a privilege and academics always come first. In order to participate each day in athletics, you must attend all of your classes during the school day. Exceptions include scheduled appointments, which must be approved in advance by the Director of Athletics. On occasion, student athletes will get dismissed early from school for away games, so it is important that they attend all of their classes each day. Student athletes are expected to attend all of their practices and games. If they are unable to attend due to a sickness or illness, they should notify their coach to let them know. Daily team attendance will be tracked and submitted each day by our coaches. Transportation is provided to and from all of our away contests. Student athletes are expected to use this transportation unless they clear it in advance with the Director of Athletics and coach by signing a transportation permission slip. Student athletes will be directed where to sit on the bus and are expected to wear their masks at all times. Transportation after practice and for home games is the responsibility of the student athlete and family. At this time, I would like to highlight two important MIAA rules that we must abide by: the Bona Fide team rule and the chemical health rule. The Bona Fide team rule states that as a member of a high school team here at Nosset, you cannot miss a practice or team event to compete on an out-of-school team. Your high school team always comes first and is the priority. The chemical health rule states that a student shall not, regardless of the quantity, use, consume, possess, buy, sell, or give away any beverage containing alcohol, any tobacco product, marijuana, steroids, or any controlled substance. If a student athlete violates either of these MIAA rules, they will get suspended for 25% of their season. If you look at this chart, the length of the suspension depends on the number of events that your team has during the season. It is important that we understand these rules and consequences so we always make good decisions. One final school rule I'd like to touch on is called the vacation rule, which states that athletes who miss consecutive practices or games due to vacations or family trips will be ineligible for participation in athletics until they make up the number of games missed and half of the practices missed during their absence. For example, if you were to go away on vacation and miss 2 games and 2 practices while you were gone, when you got back, you'd have to sit out an additional 2 games and practice at least once before you'd be eligible to compete once again. Exceptions to this rule can only be approved by the Director of Athletics prior to the anticipated absence. I encourage all of you to check out our athletic website, www.nossetsports.org. It's our one-stop shop for all of the necessary information, including game schedules, scores, news updates, and announcements. If you're on Twitter, I encourage you to follow us at Nosset Sports for up-to-date schedules, scores, game postponements, and other important information. At this time, I'd like to introduce our athletic trainer, Michelle Pavlow.
Good evening, Nosset students, parents, and guardians. My name is Michelle Pavlow and I'm the athletic trainer at Nosset. I provide on-site medical coverage for practices and games during the fall, winter, and spring seasons. In addition to medical coverage, I also provide injury prevention, evaluation, and treatment to all of our students at Nosset. I provide all-encompassing care by working with our local area physicians, orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and chiropractors. Please note that all student athletes are different. Their goals, their age, and their activity level differs by the sport that they play. So all return to play policies will be individualized in nature, and this includes orthopedic injuries, concussions, and our COVID-19 return to play procedures. I ask you to please review the following slides for the updated MIA concussion and opioid regulations and information. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at any time, either by email or by phone, as my information is listed on the slides. Thank you, and have a great start to your season.
Michelle can be reached by email or phone to answer any questions regarding athlete registration, physicals, impact testing, or anything to do with athletic training protocols and procedures. Please note the following information regarding concussion protocols, return to athletics, and opioid education and prevention. Once again, if you have any specific questions regarding any of these items, please contact Michelle directly at pavlowm@nossetschools.org. This winter season will certainly look a lot different than it has in the past, but our staff is working extremely hard to provide a fun, safe, and memorable experience for our student athletes. I ask that you continue to be patient as we finalize all plans for this winter season. If you have any questions at any time, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly at matsonj@nossetschools.org. I can't wait to get started next week, and I'm really excited to watch our student athletes compete this winter. Thanks for your attention and support here tonight. Go Warriors!